Hi guys, so I just want to address this about the Adrianna case quickly. I know that a lot of people, especially jealous people who are looking to attack me for no particular reason, are having a go at me because I have questioned Stefan and grandmother in this case. However, I've had full permission from family members to look into whatever parts of the case that may be relevant, no matter what that is. And nobody has come to me and said they were unhappy with me talking about Stefan or grandmother. So that is very important to me, because that means that the family just want justice, they want truth, by whatever means that is.
Hello, good morning.
President, all much money. Greetings. Can you hear me, Brethren?
Yeah, but I'm hearing you turn on your TV.
No, I was trying to make sure when I was calling.
You
sorry.
You clear.
Listen, I need you to take a moment, brethren. This is Montu. I called you the other day and I said you inspired me. You said, let you know about my site. I need to say something really clearly. Please hear me out on this, okay? Okay. I don't want to get too in-depth with Haley Comet and everything with grandmother and suspicions of stuff on and so on and ray. But what I will say is, once again, I applaud your show, but be mindful. I don't know who Angie is. I've seen all the times I've been watching. I see Angie is a trusted person that calls in your phone. I remember when she called in the other day, and she was very adamant about bringing up what she felt about Stefan. So I know she does feel away. When she just came on this here and she bigging up Haley, I want you to know something. Haley is a very dangerous woman. So when all these people talking about, oh, we bigging up Haley, last night before she came and started to talk to you, we were on a live. We were watching Haley. Haley has a horrible track record, and you all that's listening need to go to TikTok trolls and pay attention. She has done so much injustice to families by the name of Nicola Bully, Jay Slater, John George. Haley does not have a good track record. What I am saying is, I'm not saying that Granny or anybody that's within the family that may be suspicious should not be investigated. I'm all for righteousness. But what I want to bring to the light, brethren, and I'm saying this as a sister of yours, you understand? When I look at you, I'm looking at myself. You understand? Yeah. And to see that non-melanated woman coming on this show, this woman here is bigging up for followers. This woman before she came on your show, and I recorded it because I said, if you need me to show you, I said, they won't believe this. This woman will have people on her subscribe. There's a subscribe prescription that she has on some app that starts with a D. She makes people pay. She bullies people. It's like a cult with Haley. And this is not hearsay, brethren. This is matter of fact. I made sure I recorded everything, because behind closed doors, right before she came and she talked to you, this woman said out her mouth, well, she's talking to these people on a live. She's getting all these gifts and stuff. She's collecting all this money. Thank you. She said, I don't really know what he's talking about. He's just wasting time. I'm watching her like this. I'm watching this woman's energy, brethren. This woman is a succubus. She loves energy. So when people say, oh, she's doing the work, she's doing a good job. No, Adrianna's case is just another big case for she to catch more attention. Right before she came on, when she said what she said about you, she said, oh my God, yeah, this is my first live ever. I've never been on a live. And me and the sisters that was on a live on TikTok, we had a next person watching her live, and that's why we got to record it. And was like, see, this is entertainment. This is pure joy for her. So regardless, every information that Haley gets, brethren, she gets it from, she's getting it from Amika. She's getting so much information from off of Amika page. Nothing, she doesn't truly have a real source. So I just wanted to make sure, brethren, and I want you to hear your sister and hear your sister well. I know you're getting your followings up. I know, brethren, you building your platform, and I'm for it. You understand? But just like they say sometimes all money ain't good money. All followers ain't good followers. A lot of her followers that's going to come on here is following because of her and her. We call it rage baiting and trauma baiting. That's what she likes. You understand, my love? And I'm telling you this you hear what I say, brethren? A sister telling you this one time. I don't know who Angie is, and I don't want to disrespect Angie. I know I could feel it when Angie called. I could feel she paid. I know. But it's mad family. And see, here's the thing that I've been saying on TikTok when I'm coming about this Haley thing. And they're like, oh, you a hater. First of all, my life good. So this sister in here living well good here in Florida. You understand? I don't have to hate on no non-melanated woman that's sitting in UK. This woman's been in a safe house because this woman too mixed up. And like my mother always said, if every time you get in a situation with a person and you the common denominator, it's you the problem, not the people. So even if there's something that comes up at a later time about, Granny Carol or Stefan or whatever, which if they're in the wrong, it should come up. But what Haley is doing, she is using this to her advantage. I just want to make sure you all understand that.
One love, my sister. Yeah, man.
All right, brethren.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Fire. I just want to add a little bit to this because this is getting serious.
Telling you.
You know, once you start to progress in life, there will always be haters and enemy of progress. I don't watch at what people have. I watch at what people do. And that lady is doing an excellent job. Yeah. You understand me? They on one side watching your views, how much this and how much that, and they start calculating your money before it reaches your pocket and all bullshit. We want justice for Adrianna. And whatever it takes to give justice, we welcome anything of such.
Sometimes a story isn't just a story. It becomes a mirror reflecting everything about a community, its pain, its fears, and its deep, deep desire for justice. The tragic death of 11-year-old Adrianna Young in Guyana is one of those stories. To understand why this case has sparked so much emotion and division, you have to look back. You have to understand that for many in Guyana, especially in Afro-descendant communities, history isn't just something in a textbook. It's a living, breathing thing that shapes the present, whether you believe it or not. The reactions we're observing today, immediate suspicion, a sense of being gaslit by officials, and internal conflicts are all reflections of generational trauma. People have traveled this road far too often. They can feel it, taste it, and sense it. While not everyone may grasp the situation fully, some have a keen awareness when something feels wrong. Regarding Adrianna Young, something is off. For centuries, people have been told to calm down, to accept the official story, and to trust systems that were never built to protect them in the first place. This history has fostered a strong instinct for vigilance, particularly among the vanguards of the Caribbean. This historical context is crucial because it explains the complicated social dynamics at play. There's a painful pattern where, within the community itself, those who urge caution about outsiders or question alliances are sometimes attacked by their own people. It's a tragic side effect of oppression. When you've been let down so many times, desperation can make you lash out at the very people who are trying to warn you about potential dangers. This creates a cycle of internal conflict, making it even harder for the community to unite against a common problem. It's a defense mechanism that has, unfortunately, turned inward. Think about it this way. Generations have witnessed promises being broken and justice being denied. So when a tragedy like Adrianna's happens, it doesn't just trigger sadness. It triggers a historical memory of powerlessness. This is why some are so quick to distrust and others are so quick to embrace any offer of help, no matter where it comes from. One group is saying, "We've been hurt before, let's be careful," while the other is saying, "We're hurting now, we need help immediately." Both reactions are born from the same place of pain, yet they clash, creating more fractures in an already grieving community. This isn't just about feelings, it's about power. The reality is that systemic racism and unequal power dynamics still exist. Communities that have been historically marginalized often find themselves without control over the economic and political levers that shape their lives. We forgive and forget too easily, failing to take steps to prevent mistreatment. Young people learn from adults, often repeating cycles. While some advocate for turning the other cheek, it's essential to remember that David never went to war without a disciplined army and his sword. True strength lies in the wisdom and ability to protect oneself and break those negative cycles. There's an old story that perfectly captures the dilemma a community faces when deciding who to trust. It's the fable of the frog and the scorpion. A scorpion asks a frog to carry it across a river. The frog hesitates, saying, "But you'll sting me?" The scorpion replies, "Why would I do that? If I sting you, we both drown." The frog agrees, but halfway across the river, the scorpion stings it. As they both sink, the frog asks, "Why?" And the scorpion says, "I couldn't help it. It's in my nature." This story is a powerful metaphor for the community's struggle with trust, especially when it comes to outsiders. In the wake of Adrianna's death, many people and organizations have come forward offering support. While this help is often welcome, the community's history teaches a harsh lesson. Not every outstretched hand has good intentions. The scorpion's nature is a warning against being driven purely by emotion. It's a call to vet potential allies, to look at their track record and to question their motives. Is their support genuine, or are they using the community's pain for their own gain? This isn't about being paranoid. It's about being wise. It's about remembering the past stings and not letting history repeat itself. This is why some voices within the community are urging caution. They are the frogs who remember the scorpion. They are criticized for being divisive or for slowing things down, but their caution comes from a place of protection. They understand that a vulnerable community, reeling from grief and anger, is susceptible to manipulation. They argue that true strength doesn't come from blindly accepting any help offered, but from carefully choosing partners who share the same long-term goals for justice and empowerment. Rushing into an alliance without thinking is like the frog agreeing to the ride without considering the scorpion's true nature. So the challenge becomes how to accept help without becoming a victim. It requires a delicate balance. The community needs support, but it also needs to maintain its agency and control its own narrative. The story of the frog and the scorpion isn't about refusing all help. It's about being discerning. It teaches that trust should be earned, not given away freely, especially when the stakes are as high as a child's life and a community's future. It reminds everyone that while the desire for a quick crossing is understandable, it's better to wait on the riverbank than to drown halfway across. Ultimately, the quest for justice for Adrianna Young is about so much more than just catching the people responsible for her death. Of course, that is essential, but real, lasting justice means building something stronger in the aftermath of this tragedy. It means creating systems and institutions within the community that are so strong, so organized, and so respected that they cannot be ignored. As the great Marcus Garvey once urged, people must become organized to command respect. Justice isn't just given, it's built, brick by brick, through unity, strategy, and self-reliance. This means the community must turn its collective grief into collective action. It requires moving beyond the immediate anger and starting the difficult work of organizing. This includes establishing community oversight committees, supporting independent media that tells their stories accurately, and creating networks that can offer legal and emotional support to families in crisis. It's about building an infrastructure of justice from the ground up, so that the next time a family needs help, they don't have to rely on systems that have failed them in the past. True power lies in having your own strong foundation. Being vigilant is crucial, but it must be paired with respect for one another. Attacking fellow community members for expressing caution or for having a different strategy is self-defeating. The focus must remain on the shared goal, a safe and just future for the children. This requires open dialogue, active listening, and a willingness to find common ground, even amidst disagreement. Unity doesn't mean everyone has to think the same way, but it does mean everyone has to pull in the same direction. The energy spent on internal fighting is energy stolen from the fight for justice. Let the memory of Adrianna Young be a catalyst for change. Let this profound loss inspire a new era of vigilance, unity, and strength. The community has the power to learn from its painful history and build a future where children are protected, where institutions are accountable, and where justice is not just a dream, but a reality.